Hey, how's everybody doing? It's Taisha back. Oh my gosh, I missed y'all so much. It's been a minute since I did a live video, and I couldn't just come out here and talk to you like really seriously. I had to invite one of the funniest brothers I know out of San Diego, California. We have Kamal Johnson over here from Kamal Johnson Entertainment channel here on YouTube. I I know y'all gonna enjoy him, enjoy his delivery, everything. Can you tell everybody about yourself, and then also talk to your audience because we're live on both channels.
Yeah, what's good with y'all out there? I'm Kamal. Uh, I'm from Oakland, California, but I moved out here to San Diego in '05 for school. And then we ain't gonna talk about school. San Diego State, we ain't gonna talk about them. But basically, I started doing YouTube like 2 years ago. And 4 years ago, I got into directing, videography, stuff like that, photography. And people was always like, "Oh, you should be in front of the camera. Oh, you kind of funny." I never think I'm funny. I always think I'm like, I'm being kind of serious. But I guess my delivery and how I look at things be making it sound funny.
You
So
gotta laugh to keep from crying.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, and then we're gonna talk about you, Taisha. You know where we met at?
Tell
We met
them where we met at.
we met at this YouTube San Diego meetup.
Yeah,
And to be honest, it was only like 3 black people in there. And yo, for real, it was you, me, and my
Marlon,
homeboy also.
Marlon. Yep.
That's it. The rest was
I'm
yeah.
gonna tell you, it was just so good because at the time I was living in Washington and I had actually flew down. If y'all remember on my channel, I flew down to San Diego for a job interview. I was trying to get the hell up out of Washington State. So I
Yeah.
flew down to San Diego for a job interview and I did the video about the Airbnb from hell where I stayed with the crazy cat lady. Oh, I was on, yes, I didn't tell you. Well, I did a video about it. I was at the airport and I'm like, man, this Airbnb is some bull. This chick accused me of letting her cat get eaten by coyotes. And I'm like, I'm about to beat this chick A-word because she was just going off, just flipping out. I'm like, man, she got one time to call me a name. I'm sleeping in my car for the rest of the time I'm down here in San Diego. But I have met you. I met you and the rest of the YouTubers of San Diego the night before that happened. So I was in a good mood. But if you had met me after that, it was not pleasant because I was ready
That
to get
was
the hell up out of San Diego.
that was in San Diego? That must have
That
been like in East County somewhere.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna look up where I stayed and I'll send it to you. But I know I drove some ways out. Like I was close to Camp Pendleton.
You were close to Camp Pendleton. That's up north. Yeah, they be on some BS up there too. I
Yeah,
thought you was in this place called Clan T.
I'm gonna look it up and get you the exact location because I know I wasn't too far from because I met up with some friends at what is it Coronado or something like that. So yeah, I wasn't too far from over there, but I'll definitely let you know because that was some bull. But I really enjoyed how y'all got together, the YouTubers of San Diego meetup. And, I noticed after everything happened last year, y'all still kept meeting up online,
Yeah.
trading ideas. It was y'all who told me about TikTok and, different strategies to like grow my channel and network. And that's one thing I miss. I'm like, is having a studio to go to. Let's get some branding photos. Let's interchange ideas. You also did radio, so you are just like I really relate to you. One thing I respect about you is your consistency
Oh
because
yeah.
speaking, and we're here to talk to y'all tonight about the trials and tribulations of YouTube.
Oh
Other
my
YouTubers
goodness.
have a title like "What I Wish I Knew Before I Started YouTube." But we just gonna
Mm-hmm.
talk about the trials and tribulations. I have been on YouTube now for 3 going on 4 years, and
Ooh.
yes, so it's been some ups and downs, learn some things, you grow. When I look back at my first videos, I was actually in Hawaii before I shaved my hair off. And actually a lot of people don't know my first YouTube video. I was supposed to have a channel reviewing wigs. And that would not have worked out too well because I eventually shaved off my hair and I didn't go that route anymore, especially living down here in Georgia. The wigs stink. I
Uh,
want to go on record to apologize to all the brothers and people I've known in my life. And I'm so sorry that my wigs were stinking. I just couldn't smell it. But as you see, I'm doing things better. Okay.
Yeah, them wigs is no good. They be smelling like corn chips. Like
Yes,
after a while.
I imagine it's what bowling shoes smell like. You know,
Oh my
it's really
God.
horrible. And you will not find another black woman on YouTube to say that, but the wig stank. It doesn't matter what you do, the wig stank. And yes, but my channel, initially I was told that my channel would not do too well because I did not have a particular niche. I did not stay
Yeah.
on this one topic. But I was like, I'm not just one sided. I want to talk about, maybe my hair. Let's go cook something. Let's go vlog somewhere. Let's go do this. So it did slow me down as far as growth because some of the YouTubers I started with who had a makeup channel or had a hair channel or had a channel about this, they gained a following really, really quickly.
Yeah.
Mine, those videos that I had that were either evergreen, such as the timeshares, and then actually I've been on YouTube for 4 years. 3 years ago is when I did the video about the dude that went to North Sentinel Island, and I did
Okay.
that right around this time. I was reviewing my Instant Pot and cooking turkey wings, and I saw this dude went to North Sentinel Island, mess with those people. I was off work that day. I drank a couple mimosas, and yeah, that video like took off. Like I was getting like 1,000 new subscribers in like a day. I'm like, oh my
Mm,
gosh. So yeah, my channel is it's been all over the place, and I've been
yeah.
able to really show you the different sides of me.
Okay.
And now those who I started YouTube with, who stuck with one particular niche, they're now doing vlogs. They're now doing food. They're doing grocery hauls. They want to go to the gun range. So
Okay.
you'll grow as you grow. So can you tell us about how you started YouTube and how your journey has been since you started YouTube?
Uh, I had a YouTube channel like 5 or 6 years ago,
Mhm.
and I was doing the videography thing, and I was just putting up random videos here and there. And then 2 years ago, like me and my one homeboy Trust, we was talking about doing like a music video review show, like Beavis and Butthead. That's what they did. They sat around
Yes.
and watched music videos, reviewed it, and then went to work and did other dumb shit. So we talked about it and was like, all right, let's just make it. So that was 2 years ago, and then 6 months after that, I did another show with my homeboy Byron, and we
Mhm.
wanted to be more like current events, um, political stuff that we deem important, kind
Mhm.
of like how like Desus and Mero does on the East Coast.
Mhm.
We were trying to bring that flavor over here to the West Coast.
Right.
And then after that, I was like, I always liked John Oliver and his style, how he delivered news and that ordeal, whatever. But it's like people that look like me don't deliver the news like that. And I'm like, let me fill that void. So that's what the Gab show came about. And
Mhm.
plus, who don't like movies and shows?
Right.
Remember, what was it? Was it Cisco and Ebert?
It's
Ebert and
clear. Yep.
yeah, they review movies. So I was
Yes.
like, I'm about to do that. I like
Yes.
movies. So that comes in a segment with the Gab, and then memes.
Mhm.
Memes are everywhere.
Yes.
I and they're funny. I never
Yes.
seen anybody review memes before.
Mhm.
Like ever. I think more people should review memes. Cause
Yes.
this
These
is
things are absolutely like who comes up with this? And you know what? The resharing of memes and resharing
yeah.
of video clips, because that's what happened last year. I made a video parody of something, a real life event that happened, just to raise awareness to let people know, like, hey, y'all need to start, guarding your grill out here. Be safe. There
Yeah.
are threats. Don't get caught up being a soft target.
Soft
And
target.
next,
Yep.
next thing I know, Earthquake shared my video. Snoop shared it twice. All the comedians shared it. Like it went around. It went viral. And
That
so
was last year, right?
that was last year.
Yeah.
I recorded that the day after Thanksgiving. I was taking some orders to the post office, and it's just that I couldn't sleep because it happened. And that's one thing too. Like with me in my life, I believe that my purpose is service. and speaking
Yeah.
up for those who do not have a voice. So with that incident, it made me so mad, and I had this heart where everybody's my brother, my sister, and I'm just like, you know what, that could have been my sister, that could have been me, but you know what, that is my sister. And so I spoke out about it. It took off, and it's like,
Yep.
wow, okay, like
Yep. I'm
these are current events, but the memes, the stuff like that, it was shared. And memes do raise awareness. You just have to make
yeah.
sure you verify the information in it. But the memes are just great. I love
They're incredible.
it. Reminds me
You
of, what is it, what we call it, the demotivational posters or
know?
pictures in the office. Yes.
Man, that'd be so funny. But
Yes. I have
yeah,
a question about your news, and that's one thing that has been attacked in the past year. This whole fake news. There's certain titles you can't use in your videos. Certain things get you demonetized, get you deplatformed.
yeah.
So you talk to us. Have you experienced any of that in your content delivery?
On TikTok for sure. They be silencing the hell out of my videos. God damn. Oh my goodness. But YouTube, the only time they did it on YouTube was when I talked about the T virus 19.
Yeah,
You say that word, they
I
be
call
like, all right.
I call it Climax 19. That's what I call it. Climax 19.
Climax 19. Yeah, they really
Using
dinged me though. They gave me a whole nice little email and was like,
it.
you can't be using that word and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, I get around it. But other than that, YouTube hasn't really like silenced my videos. They limit my ads though,
Yeah.
because they be like profanity and stuff like that. They be like strong use of profanity. And I'm like, all right, limit it. It don't matter though, because I'm here to give the news to people that sound and look like me. That's how we talk. So
That's one thing that that's really important, because I was a sailor. I know it's not lady like to say cuss words and stuff like that, but like I said, when the spirit moves me at times and it's something that's gonna, if mother fudge cake ain't cutting it, then I'm gonna have to say what I need to say. But I know, I'm a mom,
yeah.
and I try to clean it up at times. But with the profanity as well as TikTok, like my first video on TikTok, it was actually Mrs. D Penda, your fellow San Diego YouTuber, that told me how she built her following off of TikTok. So I'm like, cool, I'm gonna go check it out. Went to TikTok. My first video I uploaded, they did not let that joker pass. And that's when later I made a video talking about TikTok, because non-Black content creators who uploaded firearms videos, they're up. They're up. I have a video right here on this channel where I put the proof in there. Like, look, these people over here shooting shotguns, revolvers, all that. I upload a video speaking of the safety, or how to properly use one. I'm not even shooting it. I'm probably just in the house using it as a prop. It got 0 views. Then you also had those over there who would use the N-word, just
rampant
reenacting slavery. Like they'll have the green screen with cotton in the back, and so they're
wait a minute, time out.
Yes,
they reenacted slavery and they ain't taking those videos down.
Nope. They stayed up long enough for me to download it and upload it on my video. I uploaded a video about TikTok about a year ago. It's on my channel, and I'll talk about, I was leaving it. And as a result, I spoke with some other content creators, and they're like, Taisha, we know what you're doing. What you are doing is great. Try to get around it doing this. You know what I'm saying? Lead the platform for what it's doing. And because TikTok was doing something illegal with our information. I'm not sure if you logged in recently, but now you can put in your information to be part of like this class action lawsuit. So I'm like, hey, what goes around come right back at you. So it should be on your notification screen. But yeah, that was just one thing, the shadow ban. And because you say swear words, because you can say what you want to say, but it's like, okay, this is our platform, it's not advertiser friendly, we take you down. But other people say and do a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah,
they are the favorites, maybe because they do content like, hey guys, come to my channel, guys.
hella bubble gum.
They get
oh my goodness.
they get to stay up because I'm pretty sure if I was up over here on some old type stuff, I'll be up there. But I'm like, you know what? I just have to be me. Okay, I'll try to clamp the cuss words every now and then and do that. But I still want to talk about self defense. I still want to talk about my view because they want to put celebrities out there, and I'm like, they don't speak for me. That's not me. That's not what I do. I'm not greasing myself up and gaining 100 pounds and sit here booty butt cheeks naked and play the harmonica. That's not what I do. Okay, so if that's what I want to keep putting out there, go right ahead. But I want to do me. It's just that it sucks because my reach is restricted, is limited.
Exactly.
Because that's not what they want to put out there to showcase as a Black woman. And I pride myself being that Black woman that you will not see, promoted like that. So I appreciate everybody who's here supporting. So shout out to y'all. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Now I wanted to say, like, TikTok, what I don't like about it, they be promoting these challenges as actually dangerous to impressionable minds. Yeah. They had that one challenge. Remember, it was in the schools. They was fucking stealing shit.
Destroying the schools. Yep.
Destroying it. Yeah. And it's like, first of all, that's vandalization, which they could go to jail for.
Yes.
Juvenile hall. You feel me? Second, it's dangerous because if somebody in there, you doing that shit. You feel me?
The other one is, assault a teacher. And I'm like, oh, no. Yeah. They let that stuff circulate. Even the crate challenge, as silly as it was, they let the crate stay up there. They're like, oh, we're going to take down anything pertaining to the crate hashtag is gone. But after months done got hundreds of thousands of views and followers behind it, they still let it roll. So
yeah. Now I already know they ding my TikTok because I think my second video I was talking about Money Mitch McConnell. I was talking. I was like, look at this guy, bro, out here scamming. Nope, they silenced me quickly. So I think they be having like ding words, or probably, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think they be having like dings on accounts for like, look at those accounts closely.
YouTube has that as well, because I tried to do a live stream. I scheduled it because I wanted to talk about the disgusting Black female that the media is trying to say, like, hey, you need to do this. Don't shave and just be just nasty. I'm like, who does this? Why are you telling people like, okay, don't shave and don't do this and free bleed? And I'm like, no, this is the making of a disgusting female. We're not going to do this. So I didn't even have it in the title. It's the thumbnail. They have, programs or software that can read, text and words on your thumbnail, and they'll silence it that way, because I didn't even get a chance to record it. They said, we want YouTube to be a community for everybody. We're taking it down. I was like, oh, so I had to try to reword it, a whole different way and use a different thumbnail. But people were, setting their notifications to, to chime in and talk about that, because we reject that. We do not accept that. We do what they're putting out there for shock value. That is not Black women. And I will not stand by idly, because, when I was active duty, when you go overseas, to places where they don't really see Black people like that, the first thing that comes to mind, especially when I was I was in Rota, Spain, and I was walking, shopping, and then there was these guys with a camera. They pointed me. They're like, Beyonce, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Yeah, but they're not calling it that. That's just that's the name they know. Like, it was the first time they saw a Black person, and I'm like, okay, cool. But if they see nasty images of us and bad images, they're gonna think that. And I'm just like, we represent each other, and we should represent each other in the best light.
Best light as possible, because like, imagery is key. How we present ourselves out to the world is how the world's going to perceive us. So I get it. Like, Beyonce is a freaking mogul. So they hear the name, they see a Black person, they like, that's Beyonce.
Yes.
No matter what to them. So I get it though. Like, and they are trying to depict the Black woman in a certain light. We ain't gonna say certain names, you feel me? But y'all know who the hell I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, it's sickening.
So after you noticed the ban on TikTok, the shadow ban when you would do certain topics, especially on politics and stuff like that, how did you overcome that, or what is your approach now if you're still doing that type of content?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I still do the same thing because some videos slip through the crack,
Mm-hmm.
and those videos that slip through the crack, they be like, okay, I like how he presenting stuff. Let me go see other stuff, and then the videos are still up on YouTube and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The TikTok is for clips, so they see those clips, they like, okay, let me go check out the YouTube channel. They see the videos on YouTube and they be like, oh, okay, he really spilling the real shit. So
Yep.
I don't stop it. I don't try to get around it because certain videos don't slip through the crack. And as the numbers grow, after a
Mhm.
while, the audience is going to just reshare it, share it here, share it there. I see it all the time with certain accounts where I'm like, oh shit, that usually would get banned if
Yep.
I'll post it, but since they're big enough and they post it, it don't get banned. So it's hope. So I say never deter your creative like process or your creative output, because then you just stifle yourself and you kind of silence yourself, you know?
That's so important to be authentically you because I've done just about everything on my channel from shave my head. I've done the ugly cry. They saw me move across country. I lived in the hotel for a couple of weeks. It was like 2 weeks, but I've taken my viewers and
Mm-hmm.
turned them into my family. Like, hey, we're
Yeah,
gonna go on this adventure. You can see my growth. You can you have video proof. Am I living up to what I'm telling y'all? Am I telling y'all to do something that I would not do?
yeah.
And I live in a completely different life online than I am in reality. So, have you had any experiences with that where you were either made to believe you needed to change up your style, deliver your content differently, or have you came in contact with those who are just putting on the act for the camera but do something completely different in real life? Is that what YouTube wants us to do?
Well, I I personally haven't met somebody that's like putting on for the camera, but
Mhm.
that's because I'm kind of like an introvert. I do
Yeah,
need to get out there
no,
more
you
for
ain't.
real. I'm like in the crib a lot. So, but I'm getting out there more and more. But the first part where it's like, did I have like people tell me maybe you should do it this way or why are you doing that? Yeah, I've had that. Like
Mhm.
friends. And not only when it comes to YouTube or the podcast and stuff, is like I also do fashion design and I had a certain design. And my
Mhm.
one homie was like, why are you promoting that or putting that on there? And it's like, bruh, relax. This is me expressing myself,
Right.
you know? So I say never tone it down. Fuck all that. You
Yeah.
tone it down, it's like, what's the point? What is the
Yeah.
point? You know? So, and like, I see how you do it. You don't tone it down. And I love that shit. I'm like, hell yeah. I
Thank
love every minute of it. So I say I never try to change because if you change, people they gonna see that. They sense that
you.
out, you know? It's like,
The
but
only I can talk about like the change that I have experienced like this past year has been just a great year for me. And
yeah,
like I found a peace. I'm finally living somewhere where I want to be. I'm around great people. I'm just doing it. I have nothing to complain about on that part. But
yeah,
yet it's still in me to the interest I have. I still talk against certain things, certain manipulative people and just BS scams. It's
yeah.
just
Oh
like
my
it gets
god, the
on my nerve.
scammers out here.
Oh,
Jeez Louise.
shout out to Kareem Black Voltron Reloaded. And I just asked a question like, have you met any other YouTubers in real life? And so, like I said, I met you and the YouTubers of San Diego in real life. Here's another one right here, brother Al Too Smooth, the mountain biker.
Hey,
Yes. Oh my gosh, his channel is amazing. Like you're watching a movie, a really good movie on mountain biking for like 20 minutes, and he just the editing. He's also a DJ. He's up in
okay.
Georgia. Like I said, Georgia is my home. Georgia, my mind. I'm never leaving. And
Hell yeah.
so yeah, I have ran into him, and that gave me an idea I want to do a video and let people know who my favorite YouTubers are. Who like although I'm subscribed to like a lot of people,
Yeah.
YouTube algorithm only gives me certain content, so I try to save stuff to watch later and have like a playlist as I'm cleaning the house up or doing busy stuff. But yeah, that is to come. My favorite YouTubers, and Al, you made the list. Kamal, you're gonna be on there too because it's up to us to promote each other. And I've been trying to think of ways to, not really rebrand, but to, come with some ideas on where I want my channel to go.
Like a
And
different approach to
and
things.
yes, and the one thing that's added now is more vlogs. I'm traveling around Georgia, and a lot of people are introverts. I think I'm more of an introverted extrovert because I want to be left alone at times. I want to be unbothered, F word withable, but I like people. I want to talk to people. Like, look, give me hugs, family, but I'm
Yeah.
left alone. So I noticed a lot of my subscribers and friends are like that. And when I go out and seek out these adventures, I want to share that with y'all because it's definitely an experience I want to share with y'all. But also too, I know people watch my channel and and rewatch my videos, but I think I watch my videos the most because whenever I'm in a mood, I'll go back to this video, this moment, those emotions I had at that time, that adventure, and get lost in it. Because I know one day I want to become an old lady. I'm already there. I live in the South, so I now call people honey dumpling and sugar cake and peach pie, and this is
Peach
actually peach
pie.
cider from Lane's farm or Lane's orchard. So I drink peach cider now. So, but I want to see my 100th birthday, and I know that my mind is not going to be all there, so I want to document as much as I can.
Yeah, like keep a like a digital legacy for yourself
Yes,
and for like your kids and grandkids, you know?
absolutely. What can you tell us? What has been something that you cherish about your YouTube journey?
I cherish that I didn't give up on it. That's
Yeah.
one thing. But also what I cherish is you could actually see your improvement if you
Hmm.
keep at it. Like I'm noticing like my improvement, especially when it comes to thumbnails. I'm like, oh my fucking goodness, these thumbnails are pretty funny. And I
Yes.
gotta thank you for telling because you helped me, you gave me constructive criticism. You know what I mean? People out there, constructive criticism, take it. A lot of people don't take it. But I appreciate you. You gave me constructive criticism and like them thumbnails. I'm like, oh my goodness. But that's another thing I cherish about the YouTube and like the YouTube journey. And I get to meet other YouTubers like you. Y'all like you inspire me. I'm like, hell yeah. It's like, to me, it feels like sports again. Like I used to play basketball.
Mhm.
I was until high school. I still play basketball for fun, but that's when the last time I played like organized basketball. And
Mhm.
this gives me that feel again where I can have a sense of community or people that can understand me, you know what I mean? Instead of people out there in the world and sometimes they don't get what we go through as
Right.
people doing YouTube or podcasting or creatively and stuff like that. So that's what I cherish, making new friends. You feel me? I met you through because of YouTube.
Exactly. We are grown-ups now because like my most favorite neighbor just moved away. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna miss you, neighbor. I'm like, we're adults. I could just drive over there and see
Yeah.
you. We on social media. So
Yeah.
it does bring you a sense of community. Like we're actually using social media smartly. You know what I'm saying? Like how some people
Yeah.
are like, I cringe when people say, I'm taking a break from Facebook. I'm like, why? I'm like, how? Like, I couldn't do that. That's how I get money. I get my
Yeah.
money off
Exactly.
YouTube. I ain't leaving. The only time I leave and sit in Facebook jail when they want to ban me for stuff I did 3 years ago.
Oh my God. Give you that shadow ban or the jail. You can't
Oh
post
my
for
goodness.
30 days.
Yeah, I mean the first few times I went, it was from getting into arguments with people. But I'm like, you know what? One thing that you should know that I've learned before starting YouTube is that YouTube is social media and content. Like everything is a business. It's not personal. I mean,
Exactly.
I mean, some of the stuff is personal. It is personal, but if I look at it as a business and bleed the business while it's still available, you
Yeah.
know, network with who I need to network, support who I need to support, and who supports me, but also keep it pushing. I have no time to argue with nameless trolls out there who are afraid to use their government name on social media. I mean, I got mine right there.
Or
With
that real picture. They be using cartoon avatars and stuff.
Right, who just had I'm like, there was a movie that came out in the 90s. I used to have a crush on Brandon Adams in the 90s, but he was in this movie called The Ghost in the Machine. So that is a good movie. That's what I call them, The Ghost in the Machine. So once you look at this like, hey, this is where I make additional income. This is where I network. And the comments I get, the feedback, Taisha, I did not know about this, but you changed my life. My wife, she was afraid of firearms, but when she watched your content, she now wants to go to the range.
Yeah.
You spoke out about this, it changed my life. I actually had like a 14-year-old, reach out to me about the abuse from their parents, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is really getting serious. So the overall mission is what's important. So Kamal,
Exactly.
can you tell us or give someone who's thinking about starting YouTube or who may be, not at a certain point, can you tell them about your experience with the business of YouTube and the business of being a content creator?
So, from my experience, you can't take social media so serious. Most people on there just trolling anyway, for the most part. And you gotta have some of that fuck it attitude. You really gotta be like, man, fuck them. I'm loved for real. I'm loved by real, actual people. But at the same time, you do need the core of people to actually tell you what is what, and also that help support you through the journey. So
Mm-hmm.
that's all I have to say is like, if you want to be a content creator, if you want to do YouTube, just be ready for sometimes motherfuckers might even not watch your shit.
Yeah.
You might get 2-3 views. I ain't had a new sub in 2 weeks. I'm still putting out content.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. It's okay.
Yes. Yes.
That you have to just have that mentality.
And it's like you have to have a purpose behind it, because it's like if you put out a video like, oh, I'm gonna go viral off of this, it ain't gonna happen. It's like no, I went out of nowhere. The videos that I just put up there, and I'm like, okay, this video's here. I said what I wanted to say. I'm cool with it. I'm going to sleep. Next thing I know, is taking off. I'm like, oh wow, that's what's up. Okay, so usually they say to double down on it, so I put it on a list to do something similar. But YouTube will start hating too, because I had uploaded a video telling people like, hey, you can purchase ammunition online. And I went to sleep. I woke up to like 26,000 views. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I wake up, I go back to sleep. And a few days later, the Joker is at almost 100,000 views. What happened when that Joker hit 99,000?
Yeah.
Pause, no more. It was YouTube hit the hell out of it. So
yo, YouTube's a hater. Yo, that should be the title. YouTube.
It was rolling. It was rolling. I was like, it's at 99,000 views, and skirt, it was done. But I'm like, hey, it's this what it is. So whenever I use firearms in my tags or something like that, I get the alert, and then it sits in the shadow. And it did get discouraging. Like I'll be open with y'all for a second. For the past like couple months, well, this year of 2021, I have not been active as much with uploading content, because I didn't want to get suckered into being one of those YouTubers that cut the camera on at every time a trending topic comes up. That's not what I want to do. The shit's depressing. And it was actually one video where I was talking about a child that was pepper sprayed, and I actually had to stop in the middle of that video to go throw up, because it was starting to make me sick to my stomach. I know these things are happening. And I just cannot sit by idly and watch them happen. But I know that there are other ways where I could be an asset, and I can also, make things happen. It's just that I can't take it on all by myself. But I know that there are other people who are working. And so I just have to, I may not have to be that voice and be on camera talking about it, but I can definitely put in work behind the scenes. So that's one of the reasons why this year I haven't went live as much, because it's like it was really taking a toll on me, just bearing a lot of that. We see what's happening. We get shadow banned for talking about it. We get the trolls to come in on the comments that y'all don't see, and call you the B word and the N word and stuff like that, and these accounts get to stay up. You can report them all you want, and I report stuff on Facebook and Instagram. It's like, oh, we looked into this and this is not a violation, but you can block the person. I'm like, but they can still type this. But I call somebody, a shortened version of a particular animal, and I set them in Facebook jail. But this person was acting like that. They was displaying the behavior. So I told them,
oh shit.
telling the truth. Kamal, have you noticed that it's like you get penalized for telling the truth? It's like you have to tell the lie. And I don't know how I mean, it doesn't sit well with me, but have you noticed that? And how does that sit with you, seeing that where mainstream media and society wants us to go is to package up pretty lies to tell the people? I don't know if that makes sense now, but that's what I'm seeing.
No, it does make sense. And I'm sick of that shit. Oh my goodness. Like, you try to tell the truth about stuff and it's just like the silencing or the shadow banning is like, I know, and you know what it does sometimes? It make you think like, yo, is there like-minded people like me out there? Are they really paying attention? You start doubting people out there that's like-minded like you, or want to pay attention to this type of content that you putting out there. And you telling the truth. So that's a way they try to discourage you to go back to that bubblegum stuff. You remember you?
Hey guys.
Yeah. Or the dancing. They want oh my good. They be wanting you just to dance and just chuck and jive. That's what they want you to do.
Yes, absolutely. And just be wild and just go along with what they're putting out. I'm like, the celebrities, they actually pay, because we've seen articles where influencers are being paid to push certain agendas and stuff.
Yep.
We see who's being paid, and it's like, wow, I see this. So if you don't get with the program, you get silenced, So that's one thing that's kind of like, I know with us and other YouTubers and other content creators and those who support us, we just have to work together to find other creative means to let them know, like, hey, you do have a community. No, you do not have to, just bow and fall in line to that. You can be an individual. You can stand on integrity. You can stand on morals and values, and you don't have to sell yourself out or dumb down to fit in with the crowd. You don't.
Yeah, the dumbing down, that shit. Oh my god, like, it just gets so annoying because it's just like, yo, like, why do I, as a minority, especially a black person, why do I gotta dumb it down to gain an audience through social media that's supposed to let you gain an audience through that? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, actually, what the fuck am I talking about? It does make sense. It's a system. It's working. They got it. Yeah. Y'all right. Y'all doing it right.
You know what, and you know what? It's just, we have to. Yes, it gets us down. Yes, because like I'll have an idea for a great video, and I'm like, it ain't gonna go nowhere, and I'll just get back in the bed. I'll just go take a hike and drive somewhere. But we talked about movies, and you talked about reviews, and shout out to our brother, Just My Opinion Reviews. We started YouTube around the same time, and he does a great job with movie reviews, TV reviews. He even interviews big names. So shout out to our brother, Just My Opinion Reviews. Please go and check him out. So Kamal, we were also talking about some movies, some throwback movies, and one that came to mind that we just related to with our talks about YouTube and what our frustrations were and things like that was this movie called Idiocracy.
Oh my goodness.
I just saw it for the first time this year. Shout out to my sweetheart. We watched it together. I fell asleep while watching, but you can watch it here on YouTube. It is a good ass movie. I was just tired that day. But you can watch Idiocracy free here on YouTube. And come on, it's I know as soon as I said the name, you just started laughing. Can you tell those who haven't seen Idiocracy? Because me, I have a tendency to spoil it. But so if you can give people a synopsis, an oversight, or of what Idiocracy was about, and why that is so relevant to what's going on.
So right now, I give y'all the clip notes. The brief clip notes. Now, I haven't seen it in like 3 years, but basically, Idiocracy was, I think this dude, he was in a coma, right?
They put him
Or
in.
an ice thing or something.
Yeah, they put him and the female played by
Mhm.
Maya Rudolph. What's
Yeah,
it? Luke Wilson, or yeah, it's Luke Wilson and Maya Rudolph. They participated in this army experiment that
that's
sent
what it
them
was.
into the future.
Yeah,
However, what had happened was during that time, the world just went to trash. I ain't said a cuss word the whole night. It went to trash, and so when they wake up, they see what the heck the world, went to. And it's
yeah,
just
went to a bunch of idiots. People became so dumb. The president was like Terry Crews
yeah.
promoting like Mountain Dew as was a drink of choice or
It
something like that.
had electrolytes. Brondo. I think it was Brondo.
Mondo,
It
yeah.
had electrolytes.
But it kind of correlates what's going on now. Like, we had one of the most dumbest presidents. We ain't going to name bro name. He like Lord Valdemar. We ain't saying his name. But it's like such the idiocracy that's being put in front of our face, and what we eat up and consume, that's what's being promoted. And in Idiocracy, that's basically what was being promoted too. The dumbest people and the dumbest stuff that was going on was getting the most hype. And bruh, that guy was in the army experiment and came. He was kind of slow too, and he like became president somehow. He was just a regular average Joe, didn't know anything, was dumb as hell, and was like literally became president.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That actually inspired me because I thought about doing another installment of Day Evil. It's just I've been slacking on that too. I've just been like, stuff is just too real. And it's like this can't be happening. But Idiocracy, as you notice, he was wearing Crocs. You see everybody named Mama wearing Crocs now, and just wear Crocs at the house, and it's
Crocs
wild.
are ugly shoes. They're so ugly.
It's just this Croc style that everybody wear now. It's like I thought that those were meant for like people who work in a hospital, so that if you have to get some on it, you can disinfect it. I have two pairs of Crocs. I have some flip flop Crocs. They're really cute. Like people won't want on their Crocs unless they Crocs, but I wear them because see where I'm at in life right now. I no longer wear I don't know. I no longer wear come get me shoes. I wear catch me if you can. I got memory foam. I got arch support. I got a whole bunch of stuff going on. So catch me if you can. All right.
Okay.
So, I got the slides. I got the Crocs wedge. I wear Skechers.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to take care of the feet. I'm a disabled.
Skechers are comfortable though.
My toes. So yeah, I have to wear those, but they are cute. They are presentable. Crocs are just ugly. I mean, I think that Crocs should be worn by nurses and little kids when they go to the beach because they don't know how to tie shoes up. Just put them on little kids. But moms are just wearing Crocs. They wear the same outside Crocs around their house, and it's like, and you remember in Idiocracy, Frito's house, it was just a dump.
Frito's fucking house. What the fuck, man?
You broke my house. So we're gonna have to review that with spoilers and just get it. Or if another YouTuber that's super cool. And one thing that has been great about YouTube is meeting other content creators who find a creative way to do things in their own way. Shout out to Prim Hood Cinema. And
yes. Shout out to bruh. Oh my goodness.
He got me through my last few months living in Washington. And so when I was listening to something that you had uploaded, I'm like, you know what, Kamal, check out Prim. And oh my gosh, you said Prim, you've been binging his channel.
I binge watched it, Cause I mean, like, one, his content is so funny and original. Two, it's my black brother. I gotta support my black brother. And three, it's kind of like I'm also doing homework.
Yes.
Because he reviews movies so freaking well, and I'll review movies. So it's good to see somebody that's in the same space as me doing exactly what I do, but does it in such a different way, but he look like me and sound like me.
Yeah.
So it kind of inspired me to like go right back to inspiration of doing YouTube. If it ain't on YouTube, I don't find somebody like him.
Absolutely.
if he would just stop doing it after his first video, he even said it like first videos wasn't even getting no views, no subs, and then out the blue, just bunch of subs, a bunch of views.
And his
He just,
videos were getting taken down as well because of the whole fair use thing. So his videos were getting taken down. That's kind of wild, because we do have a certain, license, and we are allowed to critique certain stuff. So yes. Oh my gosh. I just listed in the chat. I listed check out Prim's Hood Cinema. Tell them that Kamal and Taisha sent you. Check out our brother at Just My Opinion Reviews. And when you talk about movie reviews, what comes to mind is Hollywood Shuffle. One of my favorite directors, actors, Mr. Robert Townsend. Love him so much. And so I'm gonna segue us into, you brought up, but our inspirations, those who inspire us, our motivation to keep going. And when I think about those, like Robert Townsend, I think about the Wayans brothers, I think about, or the Wayans family, I'm sorry, the Wayans family, and some people like that who just carve their way into something, carved out their name, did things their way, and as a result, it impacted the generations. I have this DVD here. Another content creator, filmmaker, director, actor extraordinaire, the late Mr. Melvin Van Peebles. So, just phenomenal. So I want to get into reviewing films that, did not get their shine during their time, but I think they are worthy for, the newer generations. Because a lot of these films, my mom put me onto them. So, yeah. Where are you coming from with as far as or who inspires you? What do you do to keep the motivation? Because one thing I love about you is that you are consistent. Okay, you are consistent. If you're gonna upload on a Tuesday at 2:00 Pacific Standard Time, you upload at 2:00 Pacific Standard Time. So your inspirations, motivations to keep pushing and creating content.
My inspirations, like I said, like I'm inspired by like Deezus and Mero, John Oliver. Then even other YouTubers. I'm inspired by you. I'm inspired by Prim. Dewan B. Shout out to that brother. Man. Inspired by him. What else I'm inspired by? Sometimes books. You feel me? Inspired by books. A lot of movies and shows, though. They inspire me because I'm like, I know this took so much work to do this. Even if they're bad. If they're even fucking terrible movies and shows, it took a lot of work to do this. I'm also inspired by my first roommate in college. He does feature films and been doing it for 10 years. Mike Razarati, he know who I'm talking about. He Italian. He know how to say his last name or whatever. But I'm inspired by him too. And so the motivation comes from like I always wanted to do this. So I had the chance to do it. Why stop now? And also, I don't work like shitty jobs. I work at like smart. Looking, I work at Smart Final and clean doo-doo off the toilets. Yeah. I'm like, all right. What I'm doing now is just luxury compared to that. Or stocking shelves at Home Depot and stuff like that. Working overnights. That's my motivation. And I'm like, I do have the ear of some people, and like that, it's going to keep me motivated. And it's like you said earlier, if you treat it like a business, you treat yourself like I'm a corporation. This is my stuff. Why would I drop anything late to my own thing, or why would I like short self myself? I feel like when people cut corners and do things like that, they just shorten themselves in the end of the day. And you represent yourself. So that's like my motivation, my inspiration when it comes to this. What's yours though? Like, what's motivation?
My motivation, the person who told me to start a YouTube channel, and they are the reason that I have all this here, is my son. My son.
Nice. Hell yeah.
He says, "Mom, you can start a YouTube channel. Like you know a lot about everything. Like I can come to you. You always have an answer. You're willing to learn. You're my teacher." And I'm like, "Oh, well, thank you, Buddha."
Oh,
So yes, I
oh,
started YouTube. So I think about him, and it's as you said, a video may get just a couple of views, but it'll come through like that one comment. We have our sister, some chick named Star, our brother Black Voltron. You know, people come out and say, "Hey, I really gained something of value." It's just those out of the blue messages. That's what
yeah,
keeps me going. And so I'm like, if a video only gets one view, if I was to dwindle down to one subscriber, I'm making videos for that one person. Whoever needs this video, whoever sought out this video, whoever receives something valuable from this video, I made this video. I have this channel for you. You are the reason why I cut on the camera, cut on the lights, you know, whatever. I do this for you.
yep.
And at the end of the day, I feel great doing it. And as you said, I've had some real shitty jobs.
Yeah.
That's the first cuss word of the night. Man, I'm like,
Oh,
I've done everything from working at McDonald's. I was in the Navy. People think, oh, the Navy is so great. I had a video about being in the Navy. Shout out to our brother Kareem. You know, we served together, and I'm like, that was a real shitty job. I paid a lot of I put in a lot of overtime and didn't get paid and dealt with a lot of bull, but
yeah.
all the way to wearing a gun and badge to feed my son, you know. So it's like, yeah, I've been through some real shitty stuff. And if the most I have to deal with is a video being demonetized, it's a good day.
Yeah.
It's a good day.
A
So
little bit of trolls here and there. Ain't hurt nobody. Like whatever. Talk what y'all want. We good over here.
absolutely. But yeah, just other content creators. I listed some here. I'm gonna do another video just, you know, highlighting and showcasing them because we kind of all we got, you know. Once you said that there's certain YouTubers that get a certain that attain a certain level of success, they forget where they came from. And you know, we all started somewhere with one subscriber. We all had to get that first subscriber. We all worked our way to being monetized. We all worked our way up to whatever we gotten. But also too,
Yeah.
the things that we learn, we have to share with each other. We had a whole conversation about the business of YouTube. You know, some things that I wish that I knew early on, like, hey, before you upload that first video, okay,
Yeah.
Taisha Essex is now a business. Okay. We need to get organized, save receipts. We need to, you know, get an accountant. We need to do all this stuff. But find out later. You meet people that put you up on game and let you know what's going on. And then you take that and you network out. Like you are
Yeah.
my network. You know, you are my community. So we put the information out there. People hit me up like, hey, I want to start a channel. I'm like, yeah, there's people who have these packages for $1,000, $2,000 for you to get started. I'm just like, you know what? It's out there if you just look for it.
Yeah.
And another thing that we need to touch on real quick is that some of these professional time wasters, because
Oh,
yeah, I have some people hit me up with a YouTube channel with 2 subscribers. I want to interview you. I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll do it. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'll talk to you, but I'm like, what is your channel about? Like, okay, what's going on? Like, what is your brand? What is your business? Why do you want to talk to me? Like, and you have to really guard your brand because you
yeah.
have those who want to just take your name and your image, you know, to try to push themselves up versus adding value to you in exchange. You know, it's
Mhm.
even exchange. So you're supposed to gain something from, you know, your connection. So yeah, we have those professional time wasters.
Oh my God, wasting everybody time. Jeez. I don't get a lot of that on YouTube, but on Instagram and like the social medias or whatever. Oh my, so many people just out there. They be just trying to scam though. That's what they be trying to do. It's a lot
Yeah,
of scammers and a lot of people that's like you say, a lot of those I bump into in like network events. So I
mhm,
got so good at vetting out people and being like, all right, I think they're gonna waste my time. Or like sometimes I let them just fall into the trap. I like, okay, you see, I'm already consistent in doing what I'm gonna do. I'm
mhm,
gonna keep doing what I'm doing. You let me know when you're ready. A lot of people don't hit you back. They are, like I said, a lot of people wait till they see some of your numbers going up, then they start hitting you, and
Mhm.
it's just like, why do you want to? Why do you want to clout? They have nothing to show.
Mhm.
Be just like, or a lot of people be asking me like, "Oh, how'd you start the YouTube or how'd you start the podcasting?" And I point them in the right direction, but I can't hold your hand through it. You know why?
Yeah.
Because I use YouTube and Google to also learn how to do things. And
Yes.
when I feel like when I tell people that, they feel like I'm a waste of time at that point. Oh, you
Yeah.
wasted my time, and it's like, no, I put in work. I did my own research, also getting help from other people. And
Mhm.
that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you what I have and what I know what to do to help you. And then at the same time, it's like, okay, but I also use these tools that's out here for everybody.
And that's one thing too. If people want to jump into it, the whole like, hey, here's this whole use. I want to get into it. There's steps. There's things that you got to go back and fix. It's a journey, because my first videos were filmed with the Samsung Note 7, the exploding phone. My first videos, that camera, that phone had the best dang on camera quality ever. I was so sad to turn mine in. I was like, dang, this is some bull. But
Dang.
my first videos was I had a photography backdrop,
Okay.
photography umbrella lights, and my Note 7 on a tripod, and
Yeah.
you grow, you evolve. But oh
Exactly.
my gosh.
Oh, I want to say
Okay.
one more thing. Also, it ain't gonna be perfect your very first time. If y'all play sports out there, actually, if you've done anything, video games, sports, play chess, checkers, Connect Four. When you first play Connect Four, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You like, what the
Right.
hell is this? You lose most of the games. Then after a while, you get better. You get better through consistency. It's like practice, practice.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's
I
all
like
I
that you
say.
said it. Practice.
Yeah.
Practice.
We talk about practice. Yes,
Practice.
practice.
Yes. But the support. If you can connect with your audience, be authentic, unapologetically you, and just stand firm in who you are. Oh my gosh, you don't know who you will meet once you start being yourself. If
Yeah.
you're attracting the wrong crowd, you don't fit in. Maybe it's because you're not being you. You're trying to conform and fit
Mhm.
into where you don't belong. In this world of content creating, you carve out. You are the mold. Okay, you are it. It's you. So don't try to force yourself. Like me, I don't care. I'm a square. I'm not gonna fit in a circle. Okay, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
sit over here and be the best damn square I can be. Yes.
Be the best square. Yeah, that's how you have to be though. Like, yo, everybody trying to be a freaking circle. Be a square. Be the best that you could be. You'll find other squares. You'll find other squares and make a whole rectangle and all types of stuff. I don't know
Yes.
how we got in the shapes, but
Cooling and chilling with your fellow squares. It's a community for you, and someone's looking for you, as a matter of fact. Can you tell
exactly.
us what you are doing, how people can find you? Tell us a little bit more about your podcast and what you're doing over there as well. So this is all about you. Spotlight on you, your elevator speech, your brag time.
On my pitch. All right. So basically, my podcast is the same as my YouTube. So what
Mhm.
I was doing YouTube and I was like, why not just conform the audio file, make it a podcast also? So I did that. And basically, the podcast has certain sound effects that we'll have on there, or certain music that it might be on there that you can't play on YouTube because of copyrights. Or
Right.
it might be like I'm in post editing, I'm putting the sounds in there compared to on YouTube, where one show I have with one of my best friends, Frank, the Magic Think Tank, we go live on there. So I can't put those sounds in there. But the beauty of that is if you see us live, we show certain news articles, we show certain topics, certain tweets. So you can't see that on the podcast. So it kind of go hand in hand and give you like, all right, if I like listening to the audio and it has certain sounds and stuff like that, boom, we had a podcast for you.
Mhm.
If I want to watch it and see certain things that I can't see on a podcast, I have the YouTube for you. And
Mhm.
then I have the other show, which is my baby. It's about, oh my goodness, the Gab. Yes. Yes. I
Yeah,
had that in
you
podcast.
go in over there.
Yeah, yeah. It's about to be a year. Uh, January like 1st, a whole year doing
Wow.
that show. Yeah,
Congrats.
and I love that show because like I actually do get people over there telling me like, oh yeah, you inspire me. Like I learned from you. I learned some things and things in that nature. And I'm like, that's the point of the Gab show. It's like it's giving my perspective of the world and news that a lot of people probably like don't want to research it itself. I know a lot of people don't want to read the Forbes, Wall Street Journal, or Washington Post, but they want to know what the fuck going on around the world.
Yeah.
So they got me.
Got to break it down.
Yeah. So so the podcasting, you can find me either type in Kamal Johnson ENT. That's where my channel pops up. So I have a podcasting channel. And that took a while to kind of set up and stuff like that, but I got it set up. So yeah. But
if you
you
heard
can
that.
type in that, or you can type in the Gap or the Magic Think Tank.
Okay.
Whichever one y'all want to do for the pod. And then for YouTube, it's Kamal Johnson ENT, and then the shows fall under that umbrella. So I appreciate y'all. You feel me? I appreciate you, Taisha.
Isn't this your first live? Is this it on your Kamal Johnson channel?
No, I've been going live for
Okay.
like 3 months now.
Okay, perfect. Congrats. Welcome to the world. Welcome here with the cool ones.
Hey. Oh, I did have a question for you before we go out, because this actually was something I think would be important for most content creators, actually just most people in general. Because I know you were in Washington, and that environment would seem kind of toxic, and it seemed kind of, it was just a big just cluster fuck out there or whatever. And then you moved to Georgia, and it seemed like you became more in your peace. You became more within yourself, within your essence. You're even within your videos, you seem happier, and you show us more like historical Black things and stuff. And I just want you to answer the question, like how important it is to have a peaceful environment, or create that peaceful environment for yourself to like progress like in a positive way or in the right way of life. So
that is a wonderful question. And thank you so much for noticing that, because I've had to put in the work. Oh my gosh, the work from finances. I moved out here to Georgia on my own, drove the 2,700 miles to get out here. I took y'all on that journey, that videos on my channel. Oh my gosh. Coming from a place where I was really hyper vigilant all the time, I was experiencing, toxic work environments where there was discrimination, illegal things going on. Like I was a one woman. I fought a battle at work, and when I came home, and the only peace I had was at home. And that's when I was able to cut on the camera, escape for a little bit, and then that was my peace. YouTube has been my saving grace, because I didn't have to talk about things that happened at work. And I would talk about things that was going on, but I still had to find a creative way to do it, because you don't want to always hear somebody present their problems. You want to say, hey, what are you doing about it? Or how can I be of service to get you out of it? But making this move to Georgia has been absolutely amazing, because guess what? I am the first time I can say in my life, I am the true Taisha.
Yeah.
I'm not Petty Officer Essex. I'm not Officer Essex. I'm not, whatever I have to be to survive. I can come here and go to the range and stress the importance of being a hard target, but do it in a creative fashion.
Yeah.
Having a peaceful environment to think and to turn off the survivor mode. Like I'm still a hard target, but to turn that off and to share with you me going out to explore. I don't fear anything but snakes. Okay, there's a lot of snakes and gators out here, right? But finding my community, learning more about me, just being in my essence. I don't know. It just is so much, and I think over the course of time, I'll be able to tell you exactly what it is. But I want to encourage people to go where you are happy. It's not it's not normal to lay in bed at night and think about your defenses for the next day. It's not right to wake up thinking about and having anxiety and panic attacks about what might happen throughout the day.
Yeah.
It's not cool to bite your tongue, and the things that you can't say, and who you can be or whatever, or the repercussions. So it's everything to me. My studio right here, when I see it, I sit here, I think about things, have my dry erase board, I can jot down ideas, pay my
Yeah.
Georgia taxes. Yeah, yeah, you gotta pay your taxes and
Got to.
your home office and do stuff like that. But it's great because when people meet me in person, like I don't tell people like, "Hey, I'm Taisha Essex. I'm a YouTuber, owner of Time Out Expense Solutions." I don't say nothing. I'm like, "Hey, I'm just Taisha," and then when they go and find me on social media, like, "What? This is you?" This I'm like, I'm not bragging. That's just it came as a result of being unapologetically me,
Yeah.
being a asset to the community that invest their most valuable resource, their time, their most valuable asset, their time in me. So I just want to be of service and give you some value, and also, just be me, be me.
Hell yeah.
That's the best I can explain it. Hopefully, I'll find the words in the future. But I want to bring you content to just show you this journey and how you need to take control of things.
Hell yeah. Woo.
I
Like
tried.
that.
I
Hell
tried.
yeah.
But
Hell
yes, we've been on for an hour, and I just want to say I really appreciate you. Like I said, you have taught me consistency, how to be myself. When there's something I want to talk about, deliver it. Don't copy anybody else. Deliver my message how I'm going to deliver my message. And that's what I get from you. And I appreciate you trusting me when you have a question about something. We talk about it and, we could come to a solution. And, I'm happy to have a seat here to cheer you on as you know, accomplished great things. You hit milestones, and I'm happy that San Diego YouTubers brought us together. I didn't accept that job in San Diego, but I got a whole family, so that is worth it.
yeah. It's even better.
Yes, I did not accept the job out there. I came to Georgia where I wanted to be.
Hell yeah.
That is great. I want to also extend an invite to you to come back. We could talk about some movies. That's one thing too, is just finding things to make you smile. That's been a great thing because I say you gotta laugh, keep them crying, but you gotta constantly seek out and just laugh about some stuff. So
Yeah.
I definitely want to invite you back over. I want to talk about some movies that I've been watching, such as Idiocracy. One of the movies I wanted to review last year was Brewster's Millions.
Okay.
I just saw that for the first time last year. So yes, I want to bring you over just to, bring this light-hearted side over. And I'm here if you have anything you want to share with my audience, we could, put it out over here as well as on your channel, and we
Yeah.
just grow because I am proud of you and I'm happy to be your YouTube sister. Okay.
Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Any final words for your subscribers who are watching, and also mine as well?
Looking for my subscribers, go subscribe to Taisha, please. Go do that. ASAP. No Rocky. That's and looky.
Yes.
Think of it like this.
Go eat a fish taco for me too, because you are 3 hours back. So I'm gonna let you enjoy the rest of your evening. Just want to say shout out to everybody who was watching tonight live. Shout out to some of my family. My family is what we are. We are family, okay? Black Voltron, brother Kareem, Captain PY2, some chick named Star. Who else we got to hear? Some more BP. Oh my gosh, I really appreciate y'all. Like, yeah, just. I was looking for the term. Y'all are my moderators, so thank you to y'all. Shout out to everybody who will watch this later and leave a comment. If you have a channel or you have a question or constructive criticism for someone who's watching, who may be thinking about starting a channel, who may be looking for their community, leave them a comment. Put your comment so they can click on your thumbnail, go to your channel and check you out, because it's all about network. We have to promote ourselves. Okay.
Exactly.
all I got for y'all. Come on, I want to say thank you to you because it's been a couple of months since I went live. Like I said, I'm just waiting for the spirit
Yeah.
to move me, and I'm like, I don't know, but this has been great. I really enjoyed this. So you've done great things for me. So I am going to have some other great content creators. We're going to go live. I want to promote them because in the meantime, while I've not been in front of the camera, I've been reading, supporting other content creators such as our sister, some chick named Star. If you remember the video I did on Instagram when the dude rang the doorbell and said he wanted to kill the chick, I had on her shirt. Yeah, so we have some great business-minded people in our network. So let's support each other. I will see y'all in the next video. We've been going for an hour. I thank y'all for this late night video, and this is absolutely fun. And I'll catch y'all in a couple of days. Have a great week, a great Wednesday, and that's about it. I'll see
Peace out, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank
Have
you.
a great one.